Welcome back to the 49ers Unscripted Podcast. This week, we are joined by 49ers left tackle Trent Silverback Williams, holding it down at the desk. I had to actually remind myself because it is week 13. It's so crazy how quick an NFL season can pass by. But at this point of the year, how are you doing? How are you feeling? How are you holding up?
I feel good. I feel about as good as you can feel playing offensive line for, a few straight months. So, everybody in the locker room feeling a little something right now. So, I feel good enough to play. That's really all that matters.
I'm sure that helps a lot when you're kind of going on a little bit of a win streak. You guys rattle off 4 of those last 5 games. It's almost a complete 180 from what we saw earlier in the year. But just looking at how things have started rolling after that Rams game, what clicked for this locker room?
There's a number of things, and none of which is like recreating the wheel, or it was health. We got some players back that we really needed, and we didn't turn the ball over, and we converted third downs. It's three important things that it takes to win and compete in the NFL, and I think we started to do those things starting with the Rams week, and and I think we kind of flipped the switch from there.
You said you didn't have to recreate the wheel, but was there a message? I know you're a veteran on the team. There's a couple of veterans in that locker room, but was there a message to this team? Was there anything that needed to be said, or did you guys just kind of know what was at hand and what you guys are capable of?
Yeah, we all knew what was at hand. We knew the mistakes that we made that was stunting our growth as a team. Like you said, we're all professionals. Even if you're not a veteran, even if you're a rookie, you made the team at this point. You're on the team. You know how to handle yourself. You know football. And like I said, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out where we went wrong in that drop spell that we had. So we didn't play good sound football. We didn't protect the ball. We had players in and out the lineup, and it showed.
One of the key reasons of kind of this turnaround has been you guys kind of getting back to business, which is the run game. And a piece of that is the 6th-round pick, Elijah Mitchell, who's been having a great stretch of the year, 4 games of 100 yards rushing. But you said in a press conference that it wasn't necessarily a comparison to one of your friends, Adrian Peterson, but it's kind of a little bit of how he played. Something kind of reminded you of that. What have you seen out of Elijah just these last few weeks?
Oh man, he just continued to grow. He continues to get better. When you think that he's hit his ceiling for this year, he shows you a play on film that shows you he continuing to grow. He's doing the little things. I think his athleticism and his intangibles, they speak for themselves. He's always been an explosive back, but just seeing the yards after contact, seeing him push the pile, turning a 3-yard gain into a 6-yard gain, those may not hit the stat sheet any different, but those are huge when you talk about helping the attitude and building the confidence of a team.
I want to talk about consistency, and one of the most consistent players has been you. Have you seen, it's kind of all over social media, but have you seen kind of these pro football focused grades of you being the highest graded player, not tackle, not offensive lineman, but the highest graded player in the NFL this season?
Yeah, I've seen him. I've seen him a few times, actually. So, I appreciate it, but, my sole focus is on this 6-5 49ers team. And, I just look at it like as long as I continue to do what I can do to help my team win, then most likely I'll probably grade out pretty good. And, so as long as I'm doing that, I'll take it all day. But, the win and loss column is the only grade that really matter right now.
He's a modest guy, but Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch, they said that they believe you are playing your best football. This is your best year as a pro. 11 years in the game. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, my goal every year is to get better, is to be a better player than I was last year. I don't know how true it is. Maybe they just saying that because they gave me a lot of money, and they got to seem right. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I definitely, my goal every year I set out, when I study myself from last year, is to try to correct all the chinks in the armor and try to, continue to be a better player, put better product on film, you know, that people can watch and appreciate.
You can do a little bit of it all. You can pass block, you can run block, but, you know, there's an area of, you know, correction that you can have, and obviously that's in your route running.
I was double covered. You know, they took the first read away, but Jimmy had enough trust in me where he thought I'd make the play, and I appreciate him for that. But, you know, it was a good play by the Jacksonville Jaguars. They took away the threat, you know.
The threat, right?
The threat. They took away the threat. They neutralized the threat, and, you know, we had to live to play the next play.
Did you expect, when obviously they say, you know, 71 reported eligible, did you expect to be double covered in that moment?
No, I expected to be wide freaking open. I expected to be wide open in the middle of the end zone. Just, you know, I didn't even have a celebration set up. I'm probably glad I didn't, but, you know, I did expect to be wide stinking open.
You're not the only playmaker on offense. There's a number of you guys, even though, you know, this guy expected to be wide open. But just looking at what's ahead, what you guys have been able to accomplish these last few weeks and knowing kind of what's at stake, how do you continue to keep your foot on the gas?
We just do the same thing we did last week and the week before and the week before that. You know, it's just to play 49er football, you know, cut down on the mistakes, take care of the football, and dominate, you know, the time of possession or dominate the game, the flow of the game. And anytime we can play it our way, we'll play a run-heavy game that has a sprinkle of, you know, play-action pass, a little bit of drop back. But for the most part, man, as long as we can continue to hand that ball off and get it going downhill, you know, that's our theory. That's kind of our mantra as a team. So if we continue to keep up that same style of play, I think we will have same style of games we've been having.
And so now you guys are traveling to the Pacific Northwest against the Seattle team who, as history has told, has played the 49ers extremely tough. It's been one of those thrilling matchups, for less of a better word. But I believe, if my math serves me right, you haven't played in Seattle with fans, because last year we're not going to count that, but I think it was since your 2011 season with Washington was your last time visiting up there. But knowing what it's known for, the crowd, just that energy, do you look forward to those type of environments?
Nah, I don't. I like environments where I can actually hear my quarterback or hear the person next to him. I really hear my own thoughts. But, I mean, it's definitely a challenge. And we're up for challenges. I'm up for a challenge as a competitor. So, you know, definitely something that we'll want to do. You know, the biggest takeaway from that is being able to quiet that crowd down, you know, and when you can do that, the feeling of taking over somebody's stadium, you know, is so gratifying, you know, and that's really what you do it for.
49ers will be heading up that way week 13 on Sunday. But before we wrap this up, I think we got to talk about something that's pretty important. And I want to talk about your upcoming documentary, Silverback, the Trent Williams story, premiering on December 14th. It takes us through your history and your health and essentially, you know, looking death in the face and overcoming it. But what made it so important for you to want to share this story?
I didn't want to share it. Honestly, I'm really more of a private person. I don't really like to, you know, open up a whole lot. But you know, I went through something that I felt like a lot of people can draw from and can, you know, maybe use as motivation or whatever. Because a lot of people are dealing with cancer in our world, unfortunately. So I just thought it would be selfish of me to be tremendously blessed and to be able to go through the trials and tribulations I went through and come out on the other side just as successful as I was before. So I did feel like, you know, it'd be extremely selfish of me not to put that out in the world, just to help give some positivity, to let somebody know that it's, you know, it's never over till it's over.
I know you're not a big talk about yourself kind of guy, but I do want you to just tell us, how can people tune in? How can they watch? Give us the whole spiel.
Yeah, I think it's on, you can pre-order it now, but I think it'll be on Apple TV or some, yeah, Apple TV. And I was about to say Apple Music. Apple TV, yeah. I think it's on there now, yeah, but it'll be you'll be able to watch it on the 14th. Like
there you go. Beginning December 14th. And as we're also talking about that, I think we have to do a little bit of housekeeping. I have to do a little bit of housekeeping. We got an 8-time Pro Bowler right here who's well deserving of another trip to the NFL Pro Bowl. He's actually currently sitting 8th in Pro Bowl ranking, so I'm going to set it up for him because he's not going to do it for himself. Make sure you guys vote. You can head to NFL.com/Pro Bowl to vote this guy who's essentially one of the best players in the NFL right now to the Pro Bowl, or use hashtag Pro Bowl vote. Last thing I got for you. I want to give this time. I know you don't like to talk about yourself, so we're going to let you talk about one of your teammates. I want you to love up on one of your guys. As we're talking about Pro Bowl voting, give us a teammate who is most deserving to make sure they're in that conversation. Who is somebody that you want to show some love to, shine some light on? Give us a spiel.
Yeah, well, all right. So when you say shine light, obviously Debo is probably right smack dab middle of the spotlight. So, I'm gonna reserve that campaign.
You can still vote
speech.
for Debo though.
Yeah, yeah, of course. But he should be in. I'm gonna say Lakin, man. I'm gonna say Lakin, my counterpart, my partner in crime. I think he's played extremely consistent this year. He's become a leader. He's done the little things to make his play continue to go north. He's made me a lot better. He helped me from day one to now. I definitely think when you talk about guards, it's not a lot of people who you can put over 75. And I think as time goes on, he'll continue to prove that he's one of those top guards. And, so I definitely think he deserves a Pro Bowl. It'd definitely be a lot of fun if I could have my boy in Vegas with me, So hopefully we be in the Super Bowl and we just get the accolade. But, I definitely think Lakin Tomlinson deserves Pro Bowl votes, Pro Bowl consideration, and I hope he gets in.
There you go. What do you guys say? Left side, best side?
Left side, best side.
There you go. You heard it right there. Make sure you vote your 49ers into the Pro Bowl using Twitter and that hashtag vote. But with that, Trent, we appreciate it. We can't wait to continue to watch you play on Sundays and continue to dominate the NFL if you've already been doing.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, faithful. Click here to subscribe.